Well, what do you think? Hello, everybody. Everything seems to be working the way it's supposed to. Let me check that screen over there. Yep, everything's doing like it's supposed to over there. Everything's doing like it's supposed to over there on that screen. Everything's doing the screen in front of me. I guess everything's doing what it's supposed to be doing. I guess you guys can hear me. Yeah, boy, it's been some kind of vacation. I don't know if that's exactly what you can call it, but yeah, the store where I work, occasionally I have to work on a Sunday, and when I have to work on a Sunday, I don't get off of there in time to get here and do all this. So, yeah, it's makes it kind of difficult. But I think everything's working, and I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is bring in Lloyd Mendenhall.
Hey Mel, how you doing?
Oh, funny that you ask how I'm doing, Lloyd. Ooh, I've been doing. Last Sunday evening, I took a test, and I had a double bar show up, and Monday morning I took another test, and I had a solid double bar show up. So I was out of business for about 7 days. Yeah, absolutely.
And that test was?
That was the C test, the COVID test, the Wuhan flu, the China flu test. Yeah.
All right, okay.
So, I used to talk a lot of smack about the COVID, saying, yeah, it can't be all that. I mean, yeah, it's a bad flu, but, how bad can it be? Well, now I know. Firsthand. Although, I gotta say, Lloyd, I don't know if it's just me or, now see, I got it like, not even second hand, I got it like third hand. Okay?
Yeah.
So, the person got it through work. The person that brought it to work, his wife had it. So he had it firsthand.
Right.
And so I guess I got it secondhand if I got it from him. But the thing is it took over a week for me to get it. So I'm not sure I didn't get it from a customer.
Well, and that's it, and I don't think this is the type of thing that it doesn't matter whether you got first, second, or third hand. It's just once you get those, get that virus in you, it doesn't matter where it comes from, how many times it's been passed down. It's the same strength and everything, but it affects, you and I talked a few minutes for the show, but it's like Chris Wedgeworth says, now you have the good antibodies because those that have had COVID actually have better antibodies than those of us that have had vaccines.
Right.
And,
right.
You probably got either the Alpha variant or the Omicron variant. But if it took you a week, I would say it probably was the Alpha or the original.
That's what I'm guessing, and I'm guessing that,
because I don't think they have home tests yet that even recognize the because I just heard this on the news today that the president apparently didn't order enough of the quick test, so they don't even have the quick test for the Omicron variant yet. They said they were unprepared for it. So
yeah,
so I'm going to say
that was all over several news outlets.
Yeah, and there's Jody just put up what you and I were talking about. He had a friend who went to the hospital 3 days later. He was put on a ventilator, died 4 days later. So it affects different people different ways. And as I was explaining about my good friend's wife, she had it. She was healthy. She didn't have any heart problems, none of that. But she actually had helped take care of her husband 2 months, 3 months before that. And he had the Alpha variant, but she got hit with that Delta variant. By the time they got her to the hospital, some of her organs were already starting to decompose. Not just they'd already started decomposing,
Yeah.
and they said there was nothing they could do for her. Yeah, and Jody says this person was 55 years old, so it affects different people different ways. You were lucky.
Yeah, that's right, Chris. Even Joe said it.
How's,
Said it on national television. But so
yeah,
this was. I was about 5 days where I was
right.
down.
How's Tammy doing?
No problems. No problem whatsoever.
Yeah,
This was so strange because, she gets up at 3:45, and
right,
we leave the house at 4:20 to carry her to work. Well,
right.
guess who was leaving the house at 4:20 every day to carry her to work? Guess who was leaving the house at 3:00 every day to go pick her back up?
Yeah.
So my daily routine went on regardless of my condition, and
Yeah.
it was very interesting because it was, hey Justin, it was there was 2 days where my friends that would check in on me, the very few people that I told, which was really only the people at work, because they knew I had it. They'd say, "How you doing today?" And I'd say, "Did you get the license plate number on that truck?" Because there was one day, an evening and all day the next day, that I thought I had been run over. Up to that and after that, not near what I expected it to be. It did not live up to the hype, at least in my experience. It was overall the 7 days, roughly 6 days, 7 days. I've had colds that have knocked me out worse than that for that amount of time.
Well, yeah.
And it was really weird. Now, I was heavy dosing on vitamin C, 2,000 milligrams a day. I was doing the zinc and the iron and all of that crap. And you know what my main go-to was?
What was that?
NyQuil. Your body does wonders when you give it the chance. And all you need to do is let your body rest. NyQuil, if you don't use that little sissy cup they give you and just take a swig off the bottle like a gentleman, it'll knock you out.
I do.
So, 2 or 3 times of that a day, I just stayed unconscious as much as I possibly could. I let the vitamins and my body do the work, and I got through it. I'm gonna say fairly easily. I'm wore out.
Well,
I haven't had a lot of good sleep. But, I think I fared pretty well. So I'm pretty happy about that.
I'm glad you did. As well, I was talking about this friend of mine, his wife. She actually, he had COVID, alpha variant, and she actually took care of him during that time. So she thought her immunities would be pretty good shape because she'd been exposed to it. And she got it, and she got over it. Just like got over it, and was feeling pretty good. And then she just, she started feeling better and was recovering, and then all of a sudden, bam.
Right.
Everything shut down. She was being rushed to the hospital. She couldn't breathe, and she was dead in 4 days.
Well, let's change the subject.
Yeah.
We've spent the first
10 or
12 minutes on that.
But I'm glad you're doing good. It's just, I think with each person,
I'm not going to say don't fear it, everybody. It's still a kick-ass flu. But in my personal experience, and I had ivermectin at the ready, just in case I felt like I needed to really take something potent. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I never even cracked the tube, so I'm happy with it. So
good.
just
well, I'm glad you have recovered.
take it with care. Take care of yourself. Give your body the opportunity to heal. Your body will do an incredible job for you. And
now, if you're immunocompromised like myself and like Judy, that's a different story. You got to take the precautions the best way you can, and it all comes down to everybody's got to.
Yeah, you got to do what's best for you. Yeah, exactly.
Do what's best for you.
So,
Chris Hope.
Right now,
let's say hi to everybody in the chat.
We're gonna put that off for just a little minute because I don't know how much time I'm gonna have over here on this other camera. I've got a field camera tonight.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, this field camera is in Yellowstone National Park. Hello, Ron.
Hey. Bad news. Since I've talked to you, Mel, another storm came in. Visibility went down to 0.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, here, I'll show you real quick. This is...
Well, be careful. Well, that's not completely 0, but that looks pretty cool. Looks like it's snowing.
Yeah, it's snowing its ass off, and it's colder than a mother-in-law's kiss out here. Holy crap.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to show you the mountain and the hot springs, but I was just there like 3 minutes ago, and that's why I was hoping you guys would hurry up and talk. Every minute that went by, it's getting darker. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
I was watching it. I didn't want it to get too dark on you. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's...
Uh-oh.
Your signal's going in and out, Ron.
Okay, I'm coming into town, if you can still hear me.
Yep.
It should get better. I might get into town, and it might get better.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of show you what I'm driving through here. Might see some elk. They usually hang right in this area. But all the pretty scenery is completely whited out right now.
Wow.
Just literally, Mel, when I was talking to you a half hour ago, the sun came out, blue skies, that all changed in 15 minutes.
Well, wow. That's weather, right? That's how it works.
That's typical of out here.
You got a downgrade coming up, a little hill you're going to go down?
Oh, yeah.
Ken Hopper said he'd die if he had to drive in that.
Yeah, Ian said.
It's...
Yeah, I'm not fond of that kind of weather. It's been a lot of years since I've had to drive mountains in that kind of weather, so.
Yeah. Don't bother me.
I said we had...
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. In and out, Ron.
Sorry.
There you are.
No, that's all right.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you some really pretty scenery. Beside the one mountain that just I would love. Oh my God, this thing is so huge. Clear up a little bit as I'm coming down the hill.
Yeah, maybe you'll get underneath it. But anyway.
I could be. I was almost a complete whiteout today. And then I drove 10 miles into town, and it was beautiful. Even had a overturned...
Well, just drive careful.
Oh, yeah. I'm doing a top speed of 17 miles an hour.
You know, there's a rule for those kind of roads.
Sorry, What's that?
You know the rule for driving on that kind of road?
Yeah, don't do it.
Well, no, it's okay to do. Just don't do it any faster than the speed you want to be going when you go in the ditch.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the only thing here, what surprises me, some of these curves, they don't have guardrails on. And over there, be a rescue. It's going to be a recovery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Let me see if I can. It's starting to clear up a little wee bit. The real big mountain I wanted to show you is kind of coming up in front of me.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you can see it or not, but
Yeah. That's showing up pretty good.
Oh,
but
Mel, I
this
got to
is
step out.
like I said, Mel, this is the north entrance to the park. The only entrance that is open year round, and it goes about 60 miles of road. Lots to see, lots of scenery, lots of wildlife. But it's, like I said, sometimes it can get pretty tricky.
Yeah.
Which it's doing right now.
Yeah.
My whole thing was I didn't want to spend Christmas at home staring at four walls. I'm like, you know what? Drive 4 hours, come to Yellowstone. Unfortunately, Mother Nature did not cooperate with me as far as photography. It was so overcast this morning, you couldn't even get a decent picture till 8:30, 9 o'clock. It was still dark at 8 o'clock this morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's terrible. So, I'm almost into town.
Well, that's
See
when
if it
you
brightens up
slow the
down here.
shutter down and open the aperture up and take the twilight shots, you know?
Yeah. But saw some wolves yesterday. Only very briefly because 3 of these stupid tourists thought it was a good idea to take their cell phones and walk down towards them. They were feeding on an elk, and but they attracted the park ranger, and they were all 3 sighted. Supposedly, and talking to the one ranger with the new judge that they have here, the fines could go anywhere between $5,000 and $15,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So the big thing is, do not approach the animals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spend some, you'd be better spending money. Think of the camera equipment they could have bought with that.
Yep.
Well, sorry this didn't work out, Mel. I didn't realize it was going to get this dark this quick. And then I said, then the winds picked up. I was up on top of the hill, and I wanted to show you the hot springs. It's the one of the sulfur hot springs of the park, and it's really, really cool in the winter when it's frozen over. And but then another storm came in within 5 minutes, and it was just all you could see was white. That was it.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow.
But let me see if I can show you that coming out towards the entrance here.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, Judy decided, I thought I noticed she had left the room. She decided to go into the junk room and start pilfering, and she got wore out and couldn't get back. She got back out and sat down in her wheelchair and then couldn't get back to their bedroom. So,
Oh. Okay.
man, there's days.
Yeah, I figured, Ron, when you were talking about 5 o'clock your time, I figured that'd be 5:30. It's going to be getting dark.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't thinking ahead, Mel. Sorry about that.
That's all right. Hey, we still get to see a little bit of where you're at. So
Yeah.
But it is starting to get kind of dark, and you should probably pay closer attention.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm almost out. I got about another half a mile, and I'll be out of the park. And then it's half a mile to the hotel, but I'm actually going to the hot springs, mineral hot springs. And I'm going to go soak in there for a couple hours. It's like $10.
oh wow.
Soak your tootsies in 105-degree water. Kind of nice.
There you go.
But I will let you guys go. Sorry this didn't work out, Mel.
Hey, it was nice.
I promise on my next trip.
That's all right. We got to see a little bit.
Yeah. Got to head home tomorrow. Back to work on
Okay.
So hopefully if the interstates aren't closed tomorrow, I'll get home or get back to work anyhow. But
You be safe out there.
well, guys, hope you have a nice Christmas, and hope to catch you another day.
Drive safe, Ron.
All right.
Thanks for checking in with us.
All right, guys, we'll see y'all later.
All right,
And
you take care.
That's going to take us straight into shameless plug time.
All right.
You guys all know about the website, 400agl.net. That's where I've got the shirt thing happening, you know, where we're
Right.
trying to get a bunch of shirts pre-sold. So if you were to come over here and go to merchandise tab, you come down here and you'd be able to buy yourself a hat or pre-order one of these shirts. Now the only difference is, see how the text is white on the black shirt? It's going to be white on all of them. That way,
Okay.
that way we have a consistent color gradient going on. But
Right.
pre-order, I just need 5 more pre-orders, guys. 5 more, and that'll give me enough pre-orders to place the order for the entire package that I got
bunch. Yeah.
count that I have to order, because I got to order like 40 of the damn things. So
Right. Yeah.
if we get just 5 more pre-orders, and remember the text is going to be like the white one, but it's going to be
Okay.
whatever color y'all choose. So the entirety of the order is going to be whatever the most popular colors are. So if these 3 colors, for example, are the only 3 colors that get pre-ordered, then these are the 3 colors that the entire order is going to consist of. So you guys that do the pre-orders are going to be the ones that choose the colors for the rest of the package. So
Right.
choose carefully. And of course, if you go right here, you get the absolute, beyond any shadow of doubt, best deal on the internet for your lifetime subscription to Remote Pilot 101, just $99. And that's the cheapest web price there is anywhere. That
Right.
I'm certain of. And DJI or anybody else, if you think you need to send something to me, you can send it to Mel or 400AGL, P.O. Box 12, Holiday, Tennessee, 38341. If you want to email, 400AGLuploads@gmail.com. Justin, there's just something dreadfully wrong imagining you in a Speedo. So, yeah, no, that's not happening. Email 400AGL at uploads. 400AGLuploads@gmail.com. So that's where all that stuff comes in. Yes, Lloyd?
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say, he could buy one of those grumpy vlogger masks and use it as a Speedo.
Well, that he
that's
could.
what Art does.
Yeah.
You know.
Grumpy blogger jockstrap?
Budgie smugglers.
Yeah.
Yeah. The budgie smugglers. Yeah.
Yep.
Or COVID mask, depending on how you want to use it. But might be a little tight.
Yeah.
But hey, that
Uh,
stretches after a while, So
yeah. That's just scary all the way around.
yeah, bad mental image. Yeah.
That's an understatement, right?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah.
I don't quite have this queued up correctly. Boy, did I blow it on this one, huh? Jeez. 1.5, I think. And then over here, yeah, that'll work. That's going to be close. I queued up a video, Lloyd, but then I forgot to adjust the scale and everything on the screen.
Right.
So, Draymond Crawford, Recovery One Drones, sent a video in a week ago, and because I had to work, I didn't get to do the show last weekend. And
right.
we've yet to even say hello to everybody, so I'm going to scroll back to the top really quick and try and do that. Mr. JRC,
Yeah.
Chris Fredgeworth, Grumpy Blogger, Jody Drone Shots, T-Bird, Robert Glazer. Who else? There's
Thunderbird
a few
6.
stragglers have come in.
Yeah, you got Chris Wagers, Robert Glazier,
Vision,
Thunderbird
yeah,
6.
Chris, Ken, place it here. Justin 863. I'm just running through Jody, Joe Blaylock.
Yep.
Brian,
I
Adventures.
think that's Lost Girl Hikes.
Angela, Lost Girl Hikes, yes.
XArch Drone Guy.
Harley, Texark.
Harley FPV.
Maddie.
Maddie's Drone World, yeah.
Did we miss anybody else?
I'm going through. I think you got XArch Drone Guy. No, yeah, we got him. Chris Hope.
Chris Hope. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
for coming.
Chris Hope is there.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably everybody. Is Art here? I don't think Art's here tonight.
I don't know. He's doing Christmas over at his sister's house. That's why he didn't do a show today.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I texted him. I said, no show today? And he says, no, I'm doing Christmas. It's just like with you. Because I was ready to do Art's place, and then I didn't get a link, so I just went in there, and finally he finally answered me back, no, I'm doing Christmas at my sister's house. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So, and then I didn't see your notification, and I was thinking, well, I guess you're not doing a show either, because I'm thinking 5 o'clock, not 6 o'clock, which is when you do your show. I was sitting there at 4 o'clock thinking, well,
I had texted you in Facebook. I didn't even think about
I saw that
regular text, but anyway.
Yeah, I use regular text when I have the phone number, so, and I got the message that you were doing the show, but of course your show's at 6 o'clock. I was sitting there waiting at almost 5 minutes to 5 and thinking, well, he's not doing the show. But your show don't start at 5, it starts at 6. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
That's all right.
Just like Art's, Art told me what he was, it's just,
well,
too much holiday joy.
Shall we take a look at Dre's video? And
let's do that.
Does Dre use Epidemic or what? I think he does, doesn't he?
I don't remember. I don't know.
I sent him a message and he has not replied, so I'm just going to mute the audio and I'm going to let the video play.
Okay.
What do you think? And your mic's hot.
Okay.
I'm going to refresh my coffee.
All right. Well, this is some awesome video. What is that? Oh, this is cool. I wonder why that's happening. Drones 863, why you have to keep subscribing. I think YouTube's getting squirrely again. This is some awesome video. This must be out. Is this out in California? It's got to be California. Or, yeah.
There's some pretty video.
Yeah, where is this? Is this California?
San Bernardino, yep.
San Bernardino. Okay, I thought that all looked familiar. That's the area I lived in. I lived up there. I lived up there in Victorville.
Yeah, this is quite a ways south. Victorville's up on top of the hill, but
yeah, up on top of the mountain. Yeah.
This
I know.
is down by Riverside, San Bernardino area.
Now it's been 40 plus years since I was there, so I think I can tell this story. But it was during I can't remember what time of year it was. It wasn't January or February, so it had to been it had to been like in the summertime when they have their wildfires the most.
Uh-huh.
And this is back in 1979 or 80, because I went there in 79 and left there in 80 and went back to Davis-Monthan and then got out. Got out and got divorced at the same time. But anyways, I was a smoker, and I was, we was going down the hill, and I was smoking a cigarette, and I was in the passenger side. Ex-wife was driving then, and because it was her car. So we're going down, and I was smoking a cigarette and didn't think anything about it. Pitched it out. No big deal, right? All used to do it, who cared? Well, I wasn't thinking that this was fire season. So anyways, on the way back, we went down there, went to the mall down there in San Bernardino, and then,
very nice
hung
video,
around there for a little bit.
Very nice.
And then when we come back up the hill, that whole mountainside was on fire. I mean, the whole they had the slurry buckets coming in, and everything. I mean, that thing, it wasn't like that when we went down, but it was when we came back. And from that moment on, I've never
cigarette out a window.
Yeah, and from that moment on, I have never thrown a cigarette out of a vehicle. Now, whether it was mine or not, I don't know. I just know that it wasn't burning when we went down. I flicked the cigarette out. It was burning when we came back up. And I've waited 40 plus years to tell that story because I think the statute of limitations might be over.
And it's funny because they still try to blame that on cigarettes being thrown out the window. But at 60 or 70 or now 80 and 90 that they drive out there, somebody flicks a cigarette out the window.
It's just going bouncing.
It hits the jet stream of the car and the air wash and all that. Yeah. It hits the ground so hard it becomes disintegrated.
I know. I
mean,
but
you can see it at night. You can see it how it just explodes to nothing at night, but you can't see that during the day,
You
can actually take a cigarette and lay it in tall grass, and it won't even set the grass on fire. It's really kind of funny. Most cases.
Well, yeah. It was, I was just reading what Drones 86 Victorville and Apple Valley have really gotten bad over the past 10 years. I'll tell you what, that was a beautiful place up there. Now, living on George Air Force Base, that's like the Mojave River ran on the backside of the base. So,
hey, Bob.
We used to go out there and go swimming in the when the water was high enough to actually do some swimming. But that stopped me from throwing cigarettes out my window. I haven't done it since.
I'll bet it did.
Yeah, it's just it was just a coincidence, probably. I'm sure it was because we were going down that hill pretty good clip, probably about 55. Well, 55 would have been the fastest we could have gone back then.
You want to see a
but it was
Frankentruck video?
Let's see another one. Yeah, let's see another one.
This is a Frankentruck video. down
Casey?
a little so we can talk.
Yeah. Chris from Sunrise Water Media and Bob Gates are both in here.
Yep. Said hello to him. That spot right here that I'm climbing right here, that section right there is absolutely 90 degrees straight up. And then there's another 90 degrees straight up section right here that I'm trying to get up over.
Hello, Art.
Hey, Art, right welcome.
Does he make it? Little racing truck.
Make a video
up
on the channel here for a little while.
It looks like he's going to do it.
Yeah.
And there he made it. Awesome.
I figured this was a good song for this because, you know, rock crawling and climbing and loving you, the train wreck waiting to happen. You know, it's just amazing, the torque and the horsepower.
Yeah, I just wonder how much torque, how much foot-pounds of torque or inch-pounds of torque they have.
You know, I don't know.
You know, comparative.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing. You can do this with one of these crawlers like this. Things that you wouldn't do in your real vehicle. I mean, yeah, there's people that try it, but
well, it depends. If you've got a crawler vehicle, then that's a different story.
Yeah, but the pucker factor on these, see, you know, you can deal with that.
Yeah.
On
well,
an RG car.
When you watch, I mean, look at the tires, how they squish and wrinkle up, and, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's just
it
like
reminds me of those friggin'
the real thing,
like those little goats that go up the side of a dam. Have you seen some of those?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
It's like there's nothing to walk on, and they're just walking up. It's like, you know, their feet are sticking in the little cracks. You know,
pretty amazing.
Just amazes me.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what that thing was doing. They're just, you know.
Well, that's about the end of the show, Lloyd. That's about all I got.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I had a pretty good one. My youngest son, who got me started into the more higher end drones, when he got his Phantom 3, I forgot which one he got, but when he got his Phantom 3, I kind of got interested in drones. I thought, I'm going to try it too, you know, and got into the toy drones, and then we went from the Spark, and then I went to the Mavic Air, and now the FPV. But he has decided, there's a place here in town that was selling fixed wings, and he was able to go buy, you know, I think they're all foamies, and but he went and bought 4 of them for $200, ranging from numerous sizes, and he needed a battery charge, so that's what he got. I got him. He picked out the kind he wanted, and I got it for him. So I'm looking forward to him getting his controller in, and because I recommended the Tyrannus QX7, or the one you got. I recommended that, you know, because it can be used for fixed wings and drones.
Yep.
And because, you know, it didn't come with the controller, so I think he's got that in. But
hello, Grant.
I'm looking forward to being able to. Hello, Grant. I tried getting hold of you the other night, you knobhead. Anyway.
Knobhead. Now I've had a
Yeah.
word.
Uh, he was probably, it was Christmas Eve our time, Christmas his time. He was probably over at his family, some of his info for Christmas when I got on TeamSpeak with him. But anyways, yeah. So I'm looking forward to being able to do some fixed wing flying with my son.
I enjoy doing that. It's a lot of fun. I've traded all my fixed wing stuff out now, though. I don't have any more left.
Okay. Yeah.
I've traded it all out for RC car stuff. Oh, RC car stuff.
You got one fixed wing sitting over your shoulder.
Well, I got a couple. The micros. I've got the
Right.
I've got that one, and I've got the what is it? It's the MiG.
Oh yeah, right.
The MiG from oh Lord, Rick Halber. Goodness gracious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I do have one more thing that I can share, but I need to turn some stuff different. I need to make some adjustments. See, I have two controllers sitting here on my desk, and I have two trucks sitting down here
Oh, that's right. You were supposed to.
at my feet.
While he's doing that, let me entertain you with a joke.
Yes. Tell a joke, Lloyd.
I don't have any jokes. I just thought I'd say that it sounded good, I don't have any jokes.
You don't have any jokes?
The joke is I don't have a joke.
Well, that's...
The problem I have with the 3 joke books is they're all on my iPad, and my iPad is not in here.
That's not much of a joke.
I'm going to have to... Yeah, I know. Well, I guess I'm the joke.
Are you the joke? Okay.
I'm the joke. That's it, man.
So I'm going to
The
move
joke is no joke.
this out of the way for now. And then I'm going to turn this to this. And there's one of the trucks. Now I know that somewhere here, where is it, in background? No. Where's that camera at? There it is. I'm going to make that one full screen. And now this one, I can show you guys, this is the crawler. This is Frankentruck up close now, all right? You can tell by all of the scratches and stuff on the body. Now, the leg of my desk is over half as tall as the front wheel. You can see how tall it is. But just to show you suspension deflection, that's just kind of up close. And then, of course, if it gets dark and I get scared, I can turn the lights on. And I got to be careful because if I back up too far, I'll hit my light stand back there behind me. And I'm watching the camera. I'm not watching the truck to drive this thing. So, I think I forgot to hit there. Now I hit your button, Lloyd. I'm sorry.
What? Oh,
So,
yeah, thanks. I've been sitting here talking the whole time. Well,
so now you'll see the other one come into play. This is a scale F450 Super Duty. And
oh, okay.
it also has lights that I can turn on and off from the radio. And this one even has special lights that I can turn on underneath it.
Oh.
I put ground effects lights on it.
Yeah.
So it's individually switched, so I can turn them on or off at will, whichever ones I want. Turn them on, turn them off. You can see how bright they are. So
yeah. That's actually, if I were to ever buy another truck, that would be the truck right there I'd be getting.
Well, this truck right here is quite the truck.
I mean the real size, not the.
And I've
I would
got
ever
the
buy another pickup.
MKRC decals on it because the
Howdy, Art.
MKRC is going to be the place that's got trailers and accessories for sale. And MKRC already has a YouTube channel and all that stuff too. So YouTube channel, TikTok channel, all that good stuff. So that's what I've been doing when I didn't feel like being in the bed.
Okay, cool.
And it took all week to get that done because I could only work a few minutes at a time. But anyway.
Well, that is awesome. Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. It really does.
Well, I enjoy doing the crawling stuff.
Yeah,
a lot of guys like to do the go fast thing, you know. I don't care so much for that.
Yeah.
I prefer the crawling and climbing and trying to figure out how to get up a trail and how to make a trail where there ain't one and all that.
Right. Yeah. But I enjoyed my racing days, you know, back when we raced, you know, dirt track.
There was a time when I enjoyed that, you know, when I was young and
I like
quick
the building of it and, you know, switching out motors in between heats, you know, it was a...
Yep.
You know, you could get really into it. And we did. Patrick and I did, so... And he disappeared again. I guess he's shutting batteries down, so...
Yeah, I gotta...
But, yeah. And hope he didn't fall out of the chair. That would be funny, though. One of these days, I'm gonna see that chair go shooting out behind him.
Would not be funny.
Well, it wouldn't be funny for you, of course. But I would find it highly entertaining.
Well, of course you would.
Yeah, I mean,
but you're just
and I
that
think
way.
everybody else would too. You know, yeah, I'm kind of wired a little differently, but.
So, trying to get this chassis up here. This thing's a monster, but you can see once I get a hold of it here, the drive line is just like a regular truck. I mean, it's got a big long drive shaft with a carrier bearing and everything in it.
Your mic's almost too far away to hear.
A big long drive shaft with a carrier bearing and everything in it. And I mounted aluminum angle iron to the side of the frame with standoffs, and I ran 2 strips of LED lights on each side, and that's how I got those are RGB, so I can make them light red, blue, or green, or white. I extended the rear frame rails because the bumper mount was mounted here, which ends up way up underneath the bed, so I extended that so the hitch would stick out from under the back of the bed. And then the next thing I did was a custom-made bracket to mount a gooseneck ball.
Oh, yeah.
So when the bed is on the truck, I'll bend down here and reach down here and get that. So when the body's on the truck,
right?
Which is easier said than done when you're not looking at it. It actually sticks up right through the center of the bed like it's supposed to. I don't know how well that shows
Oh,
up
sweet.
on the camera right there, but
Yeah.
yeah, anyway. So
That is nice. Yeah.
that's a heavy truck.
Yeah, it looks it too.
Man, that thing is pretty heavy. Anyway, 4-wheel drive, and it's, you know, for an RC truck, it's a pretty darn good looking truck too.
Yeah, it is. Very realistic looking. I mean, it looks. Yeah.
I mean, if that was sitting in a different location, yeah, that's right, Bob
Right.
Dooley. You know, you'd be hard pressed to say that wasn't a real truck sitting there. You know.
Well, yeah, and well, you know, because there are still movie makers that use this type of RC stuff. You know,
absolutely.
There's just certain things that CGI just can't.
Yep.
Do as good as you can on a
yep.
miniature.
That's very true.
You know,
and I'm designing
and
in CAD right now a headache rack for the bed, for the front of the truck bed, you know, and it's going to have another light bar on it facing backwards. So,
oh, sweet.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that's what my airplane hobby turned into, is RC trucks.
Well, I'm noticing more and more people are starting to, the airplane / drone people, a lot of them are starting to, branch out into the RC trucks,
Well, you almost have to, because, there are changes coming to the drone stuff, whether we like it or not, and some of it may not be in our favor. So
yeah, and I honestly think that I think people are. We all got into it, we all like the pre-built stuff that you can just launch in the air, and that's fine. But after a while, you've seen enough pictures of, trees and flowers and houses or whatever. Unless you're doing it for a living, it's just not, feasible for a lot of people. And the cost is getting more and more exorbitant.
The batteries for the Mavic
like
2
to build
Pro.
stuff.
Batteries for the Mavic 2 Pro, $150 a piece. Okay?
Yeah.
I just had to buy 2. And so now I'm back up to 5. And I do not fly unless I'm getting a paycheck on it. I mean, why gamble? I watch some of these guys that fly in the fog and beyond visual line of sight and up above the clouds and all this crap, and you see these videos all over the place all the time, and I just wonder, are you 107? Are you making a living with your drone? Do you make money with your drone? Do you not care about your drone that you're willing to send it to where you can't see it? Because if something happens, when it vanished out of your eyesight, it's probably the last time you're ever going to see it. If something happens.
Yeah.
And
here's the thing. Back when we all started, 3 or 4, 5 years ago, some of us, maybe longer, drones were a new thing.
Yeah.
Now everybody and a monkey's uncle has a friggin' drone now, and there's more YouTube drone people now than there ever were. We were an oddity when we first started,
Yeah.
something different. And so it's like, so I see a lot of YouTubers are branching out and doing other things. Even, Bill the Drone Reviewer's even changing his channel name. Because he's doing planes and RC cars.
Oh.
and he's going to be doing RC reviews. He showed off his car Tuesday night that he had, you know, and it's a ground car. It's not a crawler. It's a speed car. You know, I can't remember. It's a Chevy. I can't remember what it was now, but anyway, it's a sharp looking car. But you know, he's changing his channel name because, and a lot of people are, and because the thing with RC stuff, you know, whether it's a drone, you know, FPV guys like to fix and repair or do their tweaking or whatever. Whether it's, you know, even if you do like I did, buy one already built and tuned, you still got to go in there and match up to, you know, go into beta flight, make sure your controller's set up, make sure you
dial everything in.
Always tinkering you can do, you know.
Yeah.
And then same with RC cars and RC trucks and RC planes. There's always something that you're more hands-on with it than just taking it out of the box, charging the battery, plugging it in, getting the updates, and putting it in the air and going,
Yep. You know, like
so
and like
I see trucks, a lot of diversity coming.
The crawler truck, Franken truck, has been disassembled and reassembled a couple different times and rebuilt, you know, and different things going on and in. And the dually's had some modifications done to it, but it's pretty much out of the box stock.
Yeah.
I am going to put a different motor in it that'll make it go slower, because it doesn't have to do 30 mile an hour.
Right. Well, Robert Glazer brought up something, and he says what worries me is they will come after the RCs because they're fast cars out there. Well, the RC cars have been around for years. It was back in the 90s that, you know, and good God, they had ones that were going, you know, there were some of those that could go damn near 100 miles an hour back then, you know.
Yeah.
Whether they be gas powered or whether they be electric, and so
I'm gonna give it to you for just a minute, Lloyd. Okay, you got it.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be going after the RC vehicles because the only ones that would be going after them would be the FCC, and they've changed the radio systems up now because they got away from the old crystal radios and into all the digital. Same thing we use. For FPV, you know, except, you know, same sort of frequencies. That's the only thing I see happening. But yeah, Robert, you know, I don't have any of mine. When my son decided it was no longer, when he was 15, he decided it wasn't cool to race his RC10 with his old man, you know. And the club we were in kind of fell apart, you know. It cost a lot of money to run an RC track, and we helped out a lot, but, you know, they sold the track, and the new owner just didn't do anything with it. They sold the building, and he just decided, okay, I'm not going to do anything now, and got out of the business. And the guy that ran the store that sold everybody all of their stuff, well, he went on into another line of business too. He got out of the RC business. This was back in the 90s. So my son was of that age. He wanted to have a car. So they were still selling, the vehicles were still selling pretty good then. And he took both of our vehicles, you know, probably sold them at a loss for us because of the time invested. But, you know, he sold those two RC vehicles that we had for enough to buy his first car. You know. And,
yeah, back in the day, yep.
Back in the days, you know, but it was starting to, here in the Muskogee area, the tracks were starting to shut down. They still have, every year in January, they have what's called the Chili Bowl, which is a sprint car race here up in Tulsa. And then they have the Micro Chili Bowl, which is an RC race.
Okay.
And use it, you know, sprint car, you know, but on dirt, and it's at the same. It's, you know, they're at the same place.
Yeah.
And they promote both of them, you know. So it's one of the, I don't know, I forgot what the National RC Car Association was, but whatever it was, you know, they still support it, and so I don't think we have to worry about them coming after our RC cars like they do the drones, because the drones are under FAA, and that's the biggest problem. You know,
Yeah.
so even though there's a lot of fast cars out there, because I know there are, I don't think they're going to be coming after them like they would the drones. So I think we're
No.
pretty safe in that respect. So
Yep. Yep. That's a pretty safe hobby. Well, Lloyd.
yeah. Yes,
I think it's time. We're over.
I think it is. We've killed an hour
And then some.
and then some. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've been up for, well, hey, Tater. I've been up all afternoon. This is the most time I've been vertical in one sitting or at one time in several days. So I'm
Yeah.
about ready to take a little
Yeah.
nap myself. But
Yeah,
anyway.
I need to, and I see Judy sitting up, so she's probably waiting on me to come in there, and I got to notice that I got to go in and change change her pain patch, so on the phone. So I don't put it in my calendar, I miss a day of it, So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for coming and watching the show tonight and being part of it and being part of the chat. And thank you, Lloyd, for coming in, sitting in with me.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
let's see, somewhere here I got a outro thing, something or other, don't I? I think I do.
Yep. Don't forget, last show of the year. This is your last show of the year, so.
Oh. Yeah, it is, isn't it? You see,
It is, yeah. And tomorrow.
We didn't do nothing here for Christmas. To me, it just feels like another weekend. It don't even feel like Christmas. But
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you had a great Christmas. And I'm not going to say Happy Holidays or none of that shit. It's, by God, Merry Christmas in America, right?
Merry Christmas, yeah.
Yep. So,
Actually, today is Boxing Day, so happy Boxing Day to those people overseas.
okay,
Live in
I'll go with
England
that.
or Australia. Yeah.
Well, go to the website, guys. We need 5 more shirts. That's all we need is 5 more pre-orders. And we'll get the order placed. So help out the channel, help out everybody else that's ordering shirts, and we will get them going sooner or later.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll be doing my show tomorrow, last show of the year, and see how it goes. Great show, Mel. This was fun.
I think it worked out okay, and thank you. And we're going to switch to the outro timer and leave it with everybody else. Good night, Lloyd.
Good night, Mel. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.